Welcome to the summary of Episode 12, Ripped. A series of flashbacks shows Kid Flash as Impulse traveling back in time. Unbeknownst to Bart and Neutron, this one-way trip in the time machine caused a rip in the space-time continuum. Further scenes show Reverse Flash on his Earth taking note of the tear and forcing it open, eventually crossing over into this Earth. This, in turn, forced open slightly the gateway to Azarath, where Trigon was imprisoned, allowing Raven to feel his presence. April 2nd, 2018. In the ruins of Metropolis, Lois Lane interviews Superman and Blue Beetle on the news. She credits the League with once again repelling the parademons, but Superman defers to the Titans for turning the tide. Noting that the League is under UN oversight, Lois questions Blue Beetle about who the Titans answer to. Beetle responds that they answer to the people. Lois asks about the parademons, and Superman says they are working with the authorities from New Genesis to securely detain them. He also confesses that Darkseid escaped and is still at large. Opening credits. April 3rd, 2018. With Raven still comatose, Omen, Arsenal, and Starfire discuss their feelings of helplessness. Lilith senses that something mystical is keeping Raven in her state. Arsenal decides to contact Zatanna for assistance. At the same time, Protector, Aqualad, and Beast Boy end up fighting Drew and the shapeshifter Madame Rouge in a dried-up seabed. Zatanna confirms that magical forces are keeping Raven comatose. She divines that Dr. Fate is responsible and summons him. Dr. Fate appears and states that he induced Raven's comatose state to prevent her from summoning a malevolent demonic entity. Zatanna argues that it is not his place to do so, and Lilith says that without Raven's vigilance, Trigon's access to Earth is increasing. Fate refuses to budge, however, and vanishes. Zatanna promises to help. April 12, 2018. Lagoon Boy and Wonder Girl face off against Giganta, a renegade Amazon. Zatanna continues trying to reverse Dr. Fate's enchantment. April 21st, 2018. Miss Martian, Cyborg, and Robin go up against the teleporter Warp and Phobia, a fear empath. Zatanna is still unable to lift Dr. Fate's spell. She brings Blue Devil along, but he also fails. April 28th, 2018. The Dark talks about how its agents have been battling the Titans over the last few weeks to gather information about them. However, they haven't seen Raven, who was their primary person of interest. They also discuss the recent victory of the League and the Titans against Darkseid's forces, and concede that if the heroes had not succeeded, the Dark would have had no choice but to oppose or form an alliance with Darkseid. One choice would have resembled the actions of the Light, while the other would have aligned them with the heroes. Ultimately, they wonder what purpose their collective has. In the closer, Lilith suggests transferring the spell from Raven to her. Zatanna is hesitant, but follows through. As Lilith falls comatose and Raven wakes, she cries out that it is too late. With her unconscious, Trigon has broken through the portal to Earth. So just a few comments on the 12th episode. Beginning in this episode, we see the pieces start coming together from previous seasons that explain the impact of Kid Flash's time travel, the appearance of Reverse Flash, and the Trigon-Raven story. Young Justice has always had tight continuity, so I wanted to continue that tradition. As the Dark pits their agents against the Titans to test their abilities and gather information about them, we get to see various groupings of heroes fight against more members of the Brotherhood of Evil. Giganta actually has a long history going back to the 1940s. Originally a giant gorilla, she appeared regularly in Wonder Woman comics. In the 70s, she was in the famous Challenge of the Super Friends cartoon and the infamous live-action Legends of the Superheroes. She also reappeared in the 2000s in the Justice League cartoon. I've recast her as a traitorous Amazon with growth powers, loyal to Grodd. Young Justice goes a long way towards making its villains into three-dimensional characters rather than simplistic bad guys. With the heroes saving the world, I thought it would be fascinating to have these characters, in a moment of reflection and self-awareness, discuss their function and purpose. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this and look for many more episodes to come. Take care.